Okay, they're just going for the standard snowball opener here. I guess I'll do the normal Quagmire response then. And see what they do. Okay, I was about to say I was maybe going to just walk up and hit this, but not with a Rusty behind. That would be a bad idea. Could just take this point like this, right? I'm defending the Razor Mouth, but maybe I should just take the middle point and bring like a Ginsting of my own here. That might be a better idea. I can't use the stim pad this way anyway. If they just damage this a little bit, it's not a big deal. Could also put this here. I'm not really planning to go down there anyway. This way I can walk up and hit the Razor Mouth if it tries to go for my heart. So I deny that. Okay, they just get the poke damage. That's fine. Werewolf. That's a thing, I guess. I think they should probably be bringing that Rusty over here instead. Because I might just abandon this bottom part for now. Do something like going in over here or something. Could just walk up and hit like this. Seems fine to me. Get this out of here so it doesn't die. Actually, this probably goes to the middle and then we just put like a big hitter in. Just throw a Hematic at them. Go for the double Ginsting stuff. The Werewolf is a little bit scary though, because once it has very high stats, it's pretty hard to keep it away from my heart. They can very easily get some hits in. I think they should maybe even put it further forward than this. Isn't this Ginsting dead right now? In theory, if I really wanted to go in. Which I probably don't. But I kind of have to keep this safe. Yeah, that's what they're doing. Now they're bringing the Rusty over. Again, I could still walk up and hit this if I really, really want to. I'm not sure if that's good though, because that might result in a dead phobia for me. How much health does this have? 26 or something now? $27. So if we do this, this is what, 1100? This transforms, so it becomes 900. So they can't quite kill this. Then we just move in with these maybe. Keep this around here. Put this over behind maybe. This might be too aggressive. Don't really know what to do with this razor mouth. I'm thinking of putting another phobia in here, just to have even more pressure on them. Although maybe that's wrong. I should probably just go for my own Rusty. So it's good both against the werewolf and the jaws. I have to obviously move this though, or it just dies for free. Maybe I just bang for something huge here. It's pretty weird to do when we're in this situation though. Could go for a Gonzo. I think I'm just gonna go for a Gonzo. Although banking for something huge also seems pretty good here. Just bringing like a boss or a Kira next turn could be pretty strong. This is the kind of situation where I wish I just had a Cupcake or something, because it's a much lower investment. Or Bad Omen would also be very good. So they can't kill this right now, which I think means they're forced to back off. Unless they just want to fight. Really, they're putting that on ladder? I don't know if they should. They can just put it here where the razor mouth is now. Or even on the panic point and move away. I was just trying to force them into a fight before the werewolf transforms. Because it's so scary to fight it while it's in the high stat form. I guess they don't want the fight here though. So that's good for me. I could just go kill this stuff. I think I might do that with what they're currently doing. The downside of that is that I will most likely get hit for a ton of damage from the stim pad. But it's also very good to kill two things here. Especially because we will have Gonzo backing me up. And I can bring another phobia on top of that. Maybe we bring some fast things. They actually took the Rusty even further back, so now I can just kill this, I think. If I want to. Which I think I do. Just do something like this. Now the werewolf has no targets. And that's pretty good for me. And this also can't use the stim pad on this turn. That just seems very nice for me. We'll back it up with this, maybe? Although this... No, this doesn't actually die to the AoE, so this is just good for me. And then we're just gonna walk in here with this. Might want to threaten this snowball at the bottom with something. Although I don't really have a great thing to threaten that with, I don't think. On this turn. Could go for Clubster, which can be pretty good. I can't get it in the good position though, because Gonzo is sitting here. Normally when you go for Clubster on this map, you put it here and then you can jump directly to the stim pad, which is very nice. I think I might just go for a Snowball actually. Where's Snowball at? I'm gonna Snowball here because it cannot die from this position in any way. It's able to go down here and use the stim pad if they stay around, and it can also jump to their stim pad. So there's a lot of good things it can do here. And it's also just fast, so I get to actually use it next turn if they go in and fight me. So this puts even more pressure on them. Okay, they keep on eating things, so now this is quite big. It's eating both the Wiggy and the AWOL, which is what you want to do with Jaws. Those are the two phobies that you are supposed to eat. Bad thing here is that I'm unit locked. Bell would actually be good for them, I think. Because they can push me into positions where the Jaw or Werewolf can do more. This transforms back, so this is not actually a threat to me right now. I think they kind of need something to initiate a fight with. So like an Akira here would be good for them. I don't know if that's what they're banking for, but... I mean, even if it was, they should have summoned something on this turn, so maybe not. They probably just timed out thinking about what they want. Could just go to the middle like this right now. This has to be here because we don't want to let this connect in any way. Rusty doesn't really have a good spot to sit in. The reason why I can go here is because the Werewolf is transforming back, so it's not a problem. And if they go in and they kill something with their Jaws, I should be able to respond, I think. Only problem is, what if they kill the thematic? That would be a little bit sad. I could also just not pressure with these. That might be better. To just play slow like this. I'm gonna put this here so that they can kill it, but if they kill it with anything, it has to go in range of my other phobies. And I can hopefully do something to them then. Also, it's just good for me if it dies, because I want to actually summon something here. So I don't even really mind it if they kill it. Okay, they go down to take that. I can get a hit on them with Hematic then, though. If I want. This Ginsting is dead if they do this. For sure. Okay, I can't really get a hit on them if they put the Rusty down here. That is not possible then, because they would just lock me and put the Jaws next to whatever phobia they lock. And that would be very bad, obviously. Might have to go for damage on their heart soon, which is bad because I'm way behind on that, and they have a Jaws in here. So I don't really want to have to do that. It's also a bit of a problem with trying to kill this Ginsting. Because if I place both of these, then they can push on me, which is very bad. I think I'm supposed to do this and then bring a huge lobber here, like maybe Evo 3.0. And we take the corner point probably. And start bringing this in here somewhere. This can sit somewhere and still be safe, right? It's not safe here, but if they go in on it here, it's bad for them, I think. Let's just try this. This might be a mistake. Maybe the snowball shouldn't go down here. But I also don't want to take free damage. So I guess I'll just do it. The pretty bad thing here is I think they're gonna hit me back with Evo 2.0 and try to hard rush me. I'm pretty sure that's what's about to happen here. Because Jaws is normally used for like super hard rushing. Maybe they're just killing this. Yeah, they're just killing this. Isn't that bad though? The Jaws is an 8 key right now. And they also have to kill my Rusty, in my opinion. Not killing this Rusty is very bad for them. because I can lock the werewolf. I think this is a bad play from them, actually, even though they get to kill my Hematic, because they're trading an 8 key for Hematic, and they're also going to get Rustied, which is incredibly bad. Okay, they're gonna try and freeze me. I have 2 fire phobies, though. Is that really correct? I have to spend all of my damage on this Jaws, though, I think. Pretty much. Which is not great. And we will get locked by that, probably. Let's just see if we can kill this without having to use anything wild. I think we can just kill it with normal attacks, right? Yeah, and then we hit it once with the Evo, and it's just gone. We lock the werewolf. They will lock my Quagmire, which I can't really do much about. I almost want to jar cannon this, but I don't think that can never be really correct. Again, this would be a disgusting spot for a cupcake, but I do not own that phobia. Could actually also have put the Evo 2.0 into Rusty mode. I think we want at least one fast attacker against this. Maybe I just want a Puff. Nah, I don't think I need Puff. Let's just get a fast attacker here. And that should be fine. Actually, maybe it's a bomb, now that I think about it. Bringing a bomb here sounds really good. They don't have any AoE left. This should be very good for me, I think. The bomb makes it very hard for them to go all in any way. Okay, they get the transform on this, so my Rusty is not exactly perfect. But it's still fine. They're just gonna try and kill my Quagmire, obviously. But I mean, they're gonna get buffed Evo 3.0 right now with what they're doing. So that's not even that good for them. And then maybe we end up bringing Puff now, just to defend this. Evo 3.0 from the freeze. We could also just put it on a lava tile, so they can't freeze it, which is also fine. Just hit them with one of these, which is really nasty. I guess we kill this. Did I kill it with the Ginsting though? I could just kill it with my Snowball, actually, I think. This is better, right? Because freezing the Snowball does nothing. Now we just bring a Puff with all of this. Put our Bomb in a spot where they can't play the game against it. That should be very hard for them to deal with. I'm not even sure if I need the Puff here, but I'm just gonna bring it anyway. They pretty much have to kill my Quagmire. We even have a chance, but if they're killing the Quagmire, then this Evo 3.0 will just win the game on its own. So I think they just lose. The werewolf is also going to transform back right after the Rusty, which is rough for them. I should have actually put my Puff one further up, because then I could fly over here and hit the werewolf. I don't know if I would do that, but I should at least have given myself the option of doing so. We can't really kill anything here, other than the Snowball, obviously. But I don't think that's a big deal that I can't do that. Let's just take this with the bomb. Don't really need to use the bomb for anything here. And this is probably fine to do. Actually, they have a push. I guess I can't put it there. Could just be trying to kill this. Maybe I should just be hitting them, actually. I think I'm just going to hit them as hard as I can, now that I look at this some more. I'm gonna force the pull on my Gonzo so that it goes here and is safe. Then I'm just gonna straight up place this on the stim pad and run at them with this also. Just maximize the pressure that I can put on. And we put out a 1 key, and that's, I think, is checkmate, because this transforms back, so they have no power here. At least not enough power to really fight back. They also have to spend an action on the boom with where it's sitting. They're obviously going to freeze this. Or maybe even try to just hit it. Oh, that's not enough damage. They can't even do that. I mean, this is just game over for them, I'm pretty sure. They ended up losing a lot of small phobies early on. And then they also had Jaws, which traded for a Hematic. And that's just not a good trade. At least not in this case. You have to finish it off with a bunch of AoE. I think Jaws can actually work on this map, but you have to set it up where you can go behind the heart and have a tank in front, and then you can do a very large amount of damage using it. It's kind of the same idea as when I play Speedolas on the map and bring squiggles behind them. Because then you have a tank for the squiggles. Or even if I bring the Speedolas as my damage dealers and I just put a Quagmire in front. Usually you want your damage dealer to sit on like the safe spot behind the heart, and then you have a tank block for it. I've been liking just going for Tooth Fairy here, turn 1. It allows you to actually go onto any of these points. So you can either hit something if they place it here, you are protecting this from a snowball, and you can take the top point on the following turn. And you get to save your snowball for later, so I think this is just better than what many others do on this map, where they go snowball first turn. You can of course also do the same thing with a Murderwing, but I like going Tooth Fairy because Tooth Fairy can take this down here and then go directly to the healing spa, and Murderwing obviously cannot use the healing spa. Okay, I guess we can't take this point down here, but we can just contest it like this, and that's perfectly fine. And then we will summon a War Key, probably just a Ginsting alongside that. They can actually take this down here and not die with the snowball, but I can't really prevent that. Because it's one level higher. Which it seems like they want to do. Guess I could have gone for my own snowball to prevent it, or my own murderling. But I like having the Ginsting more. Okay, they're bringing an extra 1 key, because they probably want to take some points, I guess. That's fine though. We're just going to get the hit here. Then we move this back, move this down, I think. I'm not placing this in here because I don't want the Tooth Fairy to be killable. We're just going to throw a Hematic in, because Hematic is kind of broken. This way they can't kill anything, and if they go in we have a lot of return damage. I guess there's some argument that maybe these two should be reversed, but I don't think that matters. Next turn we can hopefully just take this point down here. Okay, they defended, which they obviously should be. So we can't just easily take it. We can just set up some more pressure down here though, to the point where they eventually have to back off, I think. Could go for my own Hevo, or I could throw in like a Miss Muffet maybe and play for that at the bottom. I could also just go slow and bring in Akira, which is also fine to do. Maybe I want this down here actually, because they can't ever reach down there. I could actually take this point, and if they choose to kill it, I will kill their unit. But do something like that, I think. Could also go for a Noxious here. I think Noxious is actually good, even though there's a healing spa in this case, because it's able to fly down here a little bit faster, and it's also just a good unit, because if we poison them and they are forced to back off, that is actually great for me. If they kill this, I might just kill their Murderwing, because it should be pretty easy to do so. Even if they go down here with other units, it's pretty hard for them to prevent this. They have to also go down here with the Ginsting, otherwise I just won't care. They're going for that. I could just kill that with a Morty if they don't back it up with anything, which I think I might do. And it should actually be safe. Unless they have another phobie sitting in here, then maybe I can't do that. If I can't do that, then I might be forced to waste the poison and just go for like a Murderwing. Or even Snowball on it. Could also maybe just like Droney and the 3 key. Depending on what the opponent is going to be doing here. They're actually not defending down at the bottom at all. I think I'm just going to kill this without caring at all. And I think I'm going to keep my Tooth Fairy as safe as possible while I do it. Should I even use the AoE here actually? Probably shouldn't use the AoE, because they might try and fight back here. And place this like that, because the Snowball can't hit it from there. I think I can just Morty this, right? There's no real punish for that. This is pretty good. This puts a lot of pressure on them up here, because this deals 1000 damage, so we can very easily kill this if they don't watch out. And I'll just place this here so they can't go forward and hit any of these, because they'll end up in range of my noxious, like melee attacks if they do. Also allows me to kill anything they put here, if they choose to do that. The only bad thing here is that I don't have a small phobia, I don't have a 1 key, so maybe I should have gone Droney and Murderwing up there instead. I just don't like that very much because the Droney can actually be punished, whereas the Morty cannot. So this is almost kind of like a 4 key Morty, which I think is great. It's especially good because it threatens this Ginsting so well, and whichever new phobia they may choose to put there. Because it's so high damage that we can probably just kill something if they stay around. And they can't even really use the Jar Cannon here because I have so much AoE. I don't know why they went for Jar Cannon when we have Noxious and double Ginstings. There's way too much AoE for it to ever survive. Because like if they do this, I'm just going to double AoE this and also hit them with the Noxious thing. And it will be really bad for them, I think. Probably go Snowball to step on this turn. And then we just kill the Ginsting. Wow, they're going like all in. I could also go down here and just kill these phobies and ignore these two. That would also be fine, I think. Placing it in here is kind of weird for them because it's gonna get hit by the AoE. But I guess they'll do it anyway. Could just let the bottom stuff here live. And kill all 3 of these. I don't know if that's worth it though. So we definitely do this kind of thing. Let's just kill this, I guess. Also. This is not enough AoE though, is it? Onto the Jar Cannon. Oh, it is, I think. Let's just kill the Snowball and the Jar Cannon then, like this. And then we can actually back off with our Hematic and keep it safe. And we will Snowball here. To kill the Mopsy, or whatever that one is called. I think that's Mopsy, right? Yeah, that is Mopsy. And we will bring a Cassowary behind just to threaten this. Actually, is Cassowary the best thing I can bring? Could also just go for a 1 key. Or even a K9000. I don't really need the mobility from the Cassowary, so I guess I'll just go for a K9000 instead. And this should be game over. They just lost so many keys. Even if they kill the Morty for 5 keys, it's not good for them at all. This is way too many things they just lost in 1 turn. Like I've lost, what, a 1 key and a 5 key so far, or something? I think that's all I've lost, right? Yeah. And they're down 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 16 in total. So they're 10 keys behind. So this game is just completely over them. Could actually even go to the spa here with our Ginsting if I want to do that kind of thing. Or I could just kill their Hevo. That would also be fine to do. Although if I kill their Hevo, I don't think I can kill this Daisy. So I should just focus on killing the Daisy, I think. And have that be my goal. And then we will hit here and go down to the healing spa because they can't actually punish that at all. Can't really go forward with this unless I go forward with my other phobies, which I guess I could do. Maybe I just do that. I go in with the Noxious here. think this is the best way I can do this. This puts my Noxious in a spot where it's going to die no matter what. But on the following turn, I'm just going to wipe their team, I think. Or I'm just going to straight up kill them down here. Is this good, though? I could also just do it this way, though. And then not put my Hevo, or not my Hevo, my Noxious in. I think this is actually better to do. We just kill this for free. And back off and move down here. I didn't summon anything, but that's fine. They only have 2 phobies, so who really cares? I think this is better, because it doesn't put any of my phobies in real danger. They can only really kill something if they go all in here, and they, like, run at something. Actually, I don't even think they can kill anything, because they don't have a snowball. Yeah, they can't kill anything here. And I'm on their healing spot near their heart. So this game is just completely over. It's probably even fine to bank, because I can just go for a huge unit next turn. And otherwise I would be unit locked. Unless I go all in and lose my Noxious, then I guess I can just summon something fast. I don't even have that many fast phobies left, though. It's like Clubster, I guess. I would have gone for Clubster into Rambolina or something. Or maybe just a Murderwing into Mr. Tramples. So now they are trapping in my Ginstinct, but that is actually very good for me. Because that means they are giving up their Hevo for a Ginstinct, and I get to go in at the same time. The only bad thing here is that I'm kind of forced to use my Hematic to fight them, which means that it will be in range of being killed by the Klepto. But that's not a big deal or anything. Also, maybe I can just kill the Klepto? I don't know if I can. Maybe I can. This can obviously only be hitting the Hevo. You unfortunately do not have the AoE up quite yet. On the Noxious, because if we did, I think we could just kill both of these. Maybe we can anyway, actually. Snowball deals a lot of damage here. If we can, then... I mean, this game was already over, but that would be super over. Okay, no, we can't. It's just barely off. I guess we just kill the Klepto then. And let the Hevo live. It's not a big deal. Then I don't really need to take my Noxious in, though. Do I? Or my... I could also just kill this. And keep my... Do I want to kill one or the other? If I kill the Hevo, I get to keep my Hematic Ginstinct safe, which is a pretty big deal. I think. So we could just kill the Hevo like this, and then go hit their heart. And then we go in at the top here. Like that instead. I think this is better. And then we just bring a Mr. Tramples, because he's very fast. And that should be fine. He can go to either side now to kill one of them. I mean, this game was completely over. I'm just trying to do the optimal thing, because that's good training anyway. But this ended like several turns ago when they fell behind that far. The turn where I just killed all of their phobies, the game was kind of over. Like I killed what? A Snowball, a Jar Cannon, a Ginstinct, and a Mopsy in a single turn. That was just instantly game over. Can just get a charge here also. Kill them that way. And that is obviously completely over. We also still have keys left. Or something. mean, we were very far ahead here at the end. We are up like almost 20 keys, depending on how you look at it, because some of these are damaged. But it's the equivalent of like 15 to 16 keys, I guess, if you look at it with the damage on them. Still not even close though, after that one turn. I don't know why they brought so many like medium and small sized phobies when I was clearly bringing triple like AoE phobies with double Ginsting and a Noxious. That is a very nasty combo though, that you see sometimes in high ranks, where you go for both of the Ginstings and then a Noxious and then a buffer behind. I don't have Cupcake for it, so it's not quite as insane here. But if you have Cupcake for that combo, it is very, very disgusting. Because you just kill everything that isn't a tank with that much AoE. Because you have like the Noxious plus the Cupcake, that's 600 AoE at level 1. Then you have a normal Ginsting, which is like... How much is that at level 1 in AoE? It's... I think it's like 185 or something like that. And then you also have the Hematic Ginsting's AoE, which is like 250 at level 1. So you very easily get into like a very stupid amount of damage. Almost 1000 AoE damage. Plus you're dealing more damage to the main targets, of course. So that is like very, very powerful. Get a match on morbidity. I actually think this is a great map, by the way. This is a very good map. Because of the conveyors. They are the main thing that makes this actually fun to play on. It will still be fine even without the conveyors, but the conveyors really make it a great map. Okay, if we just see a standard snowball opener here. That is very, very common. Let's just go for a creep opener, I guess. With maybe a 1 key over here and then Murderwing over here. But also the Tooth Fairy, I guess. I think Murderwing is better though for the burst damage in this case. I really wish we had a mechanical 2-range flyer. Like a 3 or 4 key flyer with the mech tech. I think that would be very good. With 2 range, 2 movement. Like basically just Murderwing but a mechanical, and maybe instead of having the ability it has something else, obviously. I guess we just split the map here and take the bottom. Since they are kind of setting up for that kind of scenario. That's fine by me. They are very aggressively defending the top side, so I won't really try and fight them over it. I don't think that would be right to do. Let's just go for a Hevo here. Get a big, nice lobber. Also protects this from the Ginsting going up here because we can lob over. Which most other 2-ranged 2-movement phobies wouldn't do. Hero is just a fantastic early game phobie. It's really good at stabilizing you and just being a very good solid tank. It's basically just a very tanky ranged phobie. Like an alternative to Quagmire where you get range. Which is often a lot better. That's why I recommend everybody that they should be getting Hevo in their starting pack. Really, they're defending that? I could still drop a poison on this and just let my creep be deceased. I think that might be actually pretty good to do. Like we just go down here like this. Hit here. Hit here. And then we poison. It doesn't really matter that we get deceased a little bit, because this puts the Ray Chargers in a super bad spot. And then we can go for a couple faster phobies, like this maybe. We maybe bring the Murderwing over also, although then I kind of need to defend this. Maybe I place a 1 key here, and I defend this with like a Gesundheit. I hate Gesundheit though, I think Mike is so much better. Cassowary can't even really reach anyway, unless I put it on this. But if I put it on this, it's vulnerable, so maybe I just don't go Cassowary here. We bring this over, has to sit here, otherwise it can be snowballed, which we don't want it to. Then we maybe just go for the Mike like I talked about. Where's Mike at? Microscopic is just a super good unit. This can defend our side over here very well, and later on we can bring it in here. And then we want a phobia that doesn't just immediately die. And if this goes to here, it can walk forward and hit, so that's fine. I don't know if this is correct though, because this is so bad into Ray Chargers. I don't know what other 2 key I would even go for though. Maybe it should just have been a 1 key. Though again, then it's vulnerable to the snowball, so I don't know if that's really a smart thing to do. I don't really fear the Ray that much anyway here. It's like very damaged already. Yeah, they're forced to go back and heal with it, so we don't even lose anything from this. Now we can move our Mike over here and place our Hevo in front, and that will be a super strong like move towards them, which I think is very good here. On top of that, we can take the middle point. I guess we'll just throw away the creep for the middle. And we bring our Murderwing over here. Could throw a Noxious behind this also. Do something like this. Maybe even keep the Murderwing somewhere else though. But actually also just put the Murderwing here. Have this sit here. Place this in this spot. And then we can put the Noxious here maybe. Up at the top. I don't have to go Noxious obviously. This is just what I'm thinking of doing. I could also go for a Tooth Fairy. And then I would get to have a 7 key next turn. Which would be very good. Although which 7 key would I even really want right now? I mostly like the mechanicals on this map, but they have a Ray, so maybe that's wrong. I guess I'll just bring the Noxious and then we can figure out if I want to bank for something later. Might go for like a Daisy next turn into a 6 key. This is making my bottom side of the map weak, but I don't think they have enough phobies to really invade down here in any way. None of them can actually reach this panic point, and it's also defended by the Razormouth anyway. They do get to move in with the Ray like this, but that's not a big deal, I don't think. I care more about taking control of the top here. I think that's very good for me. Can take this point if I want with my Noxious, although that places it in a bit of a bad spot. But it's still not that bad. The good thing here is it's pretty hard for them to actually respond to me taking the middle if I want to. Okay, now it isn't. They brought a Hevo. Now we have to defend our bottom side of the map. Can't I just kill this also, if I wanted to? Oh, this doesn't quite one-hit. I mean, it shouldn't be able to one-hit, so that's not exactly unexpected. We could just walk forward and kill this, I think. Right? I mean, I would have to go in range of them. But is that bad to do? I guess it takes too many hits to do in a good way. Maybe I just do it like this. Bring the mic. Actually, the mic can't really go there, can it? I think we go for a Daisy for sure. Put this one step further forward, or maybe not. Maybe this has to go down here and defend. I don't really like just sacrificing that. I think we're supposed to set them up like this, maybe. And then we move the Hevo so it doesn't get hit for free by this. This should be fine. I could bring the mic over to the side here. I think that's also good enough to do. Because it just makes this hard defense a little bit stronger. Well, I'm mainly defending these 2 points. But that's also fine. You have to always keep the conveyors in mind here, because otherwise they could have gotten a, like, invade on me with the unicorn double hitting. Maybe that would have been good for them. Don't like them putting this in the corner, to be honest. I think I can just invade on this if I want to. And they can't really support it very well, because these phobies are stuck here. The only place where the Hevo can go is, like, down here somewhere. But then I'll just go all in on it. I don't think that's actually a good idea from them. Can we kill the snowball here? I think we can. Let's test if this kills the snowball. Might not necessarily be a good thing to do anyway, but I think it does kill it, right? Yeah, it does. Could do this. Problem is we don't get to actually kill any of the other phobies. They will have enough damage to kill my Hevo, I think, with a jar cannon. So that just isn't really worth it. I guess I can put this up here. And that makes it less bad. It also poisons this, which forces them to use their Clinico. And I like that. I think we're just supposed to completely rush down at this. Let's see, so this one hits this. So we need one more hit down here, which means I'm forced to go in with the Murderwing anyway. So I might as well just hit it like that. This gets moved up here, so they would be able to kill my Daisy if I go in here. So just move this down here then. And move the Daisy up towards the top. Like that. I think this is the best I can really do. Actually, wait. The mic has to go down instead. Otherwise it's attackable. They couldn't kill it there, but it would be like bad for me if they go in and hit it twice. I guess I could have also just kept it here. Because if they do go in and hit it twice, they are also in range of a lot of my other things. And they would be ignoring the top. Next turn we just kill this by one hit from each of these, I think. Or maybe I just double hit with the Razor Mouth and fly in here with the Murderwing. If there is something to hit. Which there might not be, because they seem to be moving backwards. Isn't the Hydra stuck? Like this? They have to put the Hydra onto the conveyor. Oh, they're putting it to the side here? I don't like this Hydra at all. I think that is a bad Hydra. They also didn't kill anything here. Which I don't think is right. The mic is actually great against the Hydra. Also, because the Hydra can't one-hit it and this has so high DPS. Why are they going for this stuff? Just giant slow phobies. I thought this was something that you only played in Doomsday. think this has to move out pretty far. We can't really take this point still because this gets moved forward. So I think I'm just going to keep my Daisy in here in a defensive position. Then we will just take the corner with this. Walk a little bit forward with this. Maybe we sit on the point. Then we can obviously summon something huge. I think like a boss is really good here. Could also go a Kira. And just manipulate these things. Evo 2.0 also is not bad. I think boss is just great though, against this many slow phobies, and they are like grouping all of their stuff in one corner. This is just extremely threatening. Next turn I might just take all of the points and go directly on their heart while also dropping a boss bomb on them. So then they are both burning and under attack on their heart, and they have to capture panic points back, which is very hard for them to do. That's too many things to do at once. Okay, they're hitting there. Still another turn before we can poison. I mean, is this good for them? I feel like I just go in with my... Oh, they want to speed up the Cerberus, I see. I feel like I just go hit them with the boss here. And I can just walk away even. Because both of these are in range. I could also just go all in like I talked about. Which is also completely fine here. Definitely doing this. Do I have the damage to just go all in on this turn? Let's think about it. If I do this... This... Oh, but then I'm not taking the middle, right? Because I wanted to hit here. How much damage is this? Problem is that this is able to move so far. And it can also just one-hit my Noxious if I put it there. I think I should just get the free damage and essentially just never let them actually connect on this turn. Because there's no real reason for me to even fight the Cerberus. It only has +1 movement, so it can go like here and hit anything. And they're not really in range to punish me if I'm just sitting here. Plus they are on fire. I think we move the Murderwing up here though. Just so that we can maybe go in with it on some future turn. We could boost the Hydra, so I guess I'll move this back. And then we just sit around here. I don't think there's anything they can really do on this turn. I guess maybe they boost the Ginsting. And then can they maybe kill this with the AoE? Yeah, they could maybe kill my Ginsting here, but they will be standing on fire if they do that. So that's not good for them either. I mean, now they're just gonna get hit over and over and over again, if I want them to. I will essentially just kite backwards forever here, because they don't really have a way of reaching me with these giant phobies, because they didn't bring a Kira. They brought random petals instead, but I can just like play around this, because it's not that much damage anyway. I think maybe my boss should have sat down here so I could maybe threaten hitting this, but it's not really a big deal. Could get a giant poison here, which I might just do, because this is looking very, very good. Maybe they're trying to bait me into this poison, but I think it's just too good for me to not do that. Like, that is a giant amount of damage on them. Do I even walk in here and hit? I guess if I move in here, I should split my phobies so they don't get any AoE. If I hit this, they're just going to heal it though. Maybe I hit here. Or maybe I walk in and hit the Cerberus. I think I can just hit their heart, to be honest, and play for heart damage here. We hit this also. We move our boss up to the top. Bring the mic over here. It doesn't get moved from this position either, so that's good for me. And then we want something super fast. I actually think I want a Rambolina, because we can control these things with it. The boss is kind of sitting where I wanted my Rambolina, but this is fine. We can still push them in some pretty nice ways from here. Oh, my Murderwing just died to the trap. That's pretty bad. Maybe I should have known that there would be a trap there. That is actually way less damage on their heart. Are they just killing this? I guess so. I mean, I don't care about Phobie combat at all at this point. Oh, it didn't even die. It's over level compared to theirs, so it doesn't die from that. I mean, that would be the wrong play though, I think. Although they can't really do anything else with the Hydra and the Hilo. So, I guess there isn't a great play for them no matter what. They have to use the ability. Can't they kill this with the ability, or did they use the ability there? No, I think they could kill it with the ability. They just didn't want to use it. I don't know why. Okay, they're just against using their ability for some reason. I mean, the AoE isn't even valuable here, so I don't know why they would be. I guess it's just a mistake from them. By now they're pretty much just screwed though. That's dead, and we just hit their heart with everything we have. This wasn't really fair though. I think they're under-leveled compared to me. But they didn't even really play that well either. They brought some very questionable phobies with all of those big guys and no real support for them. So it's not like they were really giving themselves a huge amount of chances here. Bringing like huge phobies like Hydra and Cerberus is actually good into an overlevel player, but you have to bring something that allows you to actually connect with them, because otherwise they're just not gonna do anything. Like, if you're going to play for Hydra and Cerberus in the same lineup, you better bring Akira with it. I assume they already have Akira. I don't know when you actually unlock that in terms of like what level you would be at, but I think they probably have Akira with level 14s and 15s. Maybe I'm wrong though. But otherwise that kind of thing just doesn't work. Guess we can hit them with the AoE just for fun here. It's actually not a bad idea to bring that many heavy phobies though, if you are underleveled, because you can make up for the stat difference. Just doesn't work if you don't bring something to connect it with. Because like, you saw there, how many hits did the Cerberus get? Like 1, and the Hydra got 1 at the end because it used Paddle's ability. That's just not good enough. What level were they at? Yeah, they have Akira. They should have been bringing Akira there if they wanted to play for that playstyle. Otherwise, it just never works. You can't connect a Cerberus with only a Paddles on a large map. That doesn't work. Also, I went for the daily double there because I was capped out on both resources, so it's very good value. The daily double is actually even better now because you have the middle jack giving you 20 back. So it costs essentially a little bit less than it used to. which just makes it very, very strong in terms of how much you get for your coffee. Like you get the 20 extra coffee there. So essentially it's costing you a little bit less when you buy this, which is very nice.